Honestly, I'm realizing I don't know the functions of anything. Welcome to Spinsters, a podcast where it is the off season and we needed things to talk about that would be evergreen. So we can't talk about W because by the time you're hearing this, I will hopefully be on a beach. Harry will hopefully be some northern like lake thing is what I'm picturing for him. Jordan, I don't know where we're dropping this. Jordan might be married. Jordan might be preparing to get married.
Wow.
Woo!
She might also be on a beach. I don't know. But we needed something that was evergreen. And of course, we decided to bring in Sean Yoo. And we're going to, with his help, rank the top 100 things of all time. So the rules for this are there aren't any really, just whatever this inspired from you. I had a hard time personally with putting people because I was like, am I really going to put a woman on a list that's an it, like a thing? You know, here I am objectifying. So you'll see what I did to try to navigate around that. Mostly just excluded them, but I put men.
Do we now have to find 25 more between us since Harry's not here?
Since Harry's sick? No, Harry left some of them, of his that we will read off, but there are some gaps.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Yep. I have some extras.
Of course Jordan just goes above and beyond and has 30 when we need 25.
Extra credit.
Yeah.
Such a teacher's pet. It's
Thank
in my
God,
blood.
Though. Thank God. Who knows what's gonna come next because we're gonna be on vacation longer than just one episode. I personally pitched the other day that we rank the ways that media people talk about basketball through rankings.
Good.
So we rank the rankings. Like
that's
we could do where in the standings like is ranking, whereas grades, whereas tiers. Sean, you're very familiar with tiers. Like
people love tiers.
Yeah. I want to get meta. But anyway, that one was shot down. So okay, the way we're gonna do this ranking of things of all time is that we've been grouped. So like for example, I have 100 through 96, Jordan has 95 through 91, Sean, you're after that. We'll read Harry's. Look, I'm looking for feedback. I'm not gonna change my mind, but feel free to jump in there. I'll also say a quick disclaimer, like similar-ish to the making of this and like me being like, can I put a woman on a list? That's a list of things. This really made me confront myself in so many ways of just being a millennial white woman because so many of the things I said were like, cold brew, Diet Coke from McDonald's, you know?
Dude,
so.
Oh my God. I was going through my list. I was like, this is so materialistic. And I was like, I need to do more like non tangible items. Like I had to think a little more creatively. Yeah. But the whole time I was like, I feel like I'm doing an article for like Goop or some shit. Like, here's my 25 hot things that you need, and it's like facial cream and exfoliator scrub, and it's like,
wow.
It's like, well, what about like yourself? You know, it's like,
yeah,
right.
I think we're gonna have a very
it should be funny,
well-rounded mix here. And I'm excited. I only have one person on my list, though. People were hard, but okay.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So don't boo me because mine's pretty normie core.
Ooh, okay. I'll boo you anyway. It's what the people want.
So like, you know how there's like the angel and the devil on your shoulder thing?
Yeah.
I feel like mine is like me or the version of me that I could have leaned into, like who used to do those memes with the British flag on them. What were those memes that were like keep cool and what was it? Keep calm. Keep calm
yes,
and
yes,
da, da, da.
yeah.
Like that version of me, like Pinterest me. And then
this
on the
is
other
your
side
live, laugh, love. This is you're doing your
the live, laugh, love. And then on the other side is my littlest sister.
Okay.
Who's about to enter college and is like, don't do that. That's so cringy. Yeah.
Love that.
So I'm trying to find that balance and stay authentic to myself, which brings us to number 100. Kettle brand salt and vinegar chips.
Oh, really good.
Way to
Just
start
a
us
classic.
off. Yeah.
I love Lay's in general, but Kettle Brand, I like crispy when I've got the salt and vinny. So,
Christine, who said hi previously, stands by Kettle Brand salt and vinegar. She says other brands of salt and vinegar don't hit the same.
Yeah, not
she doesn't
the
even
same.
want them as only if they're Kettle Brand. So that's a really good one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want it to melt in my mouth if it's salt and vinegar. Yeah,
right.
Because it is like a
need the
seasoning.
crunch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, number 99 is something I don't think either of you can probably relate to, even though I've showed it to you both multiple times. The song Luckenbach, Texas by Waylon Jennings. This is just a classic. It's a feel good. If you ever feel like you need to go home again, this is the one. Sean, I see you writing it down despite the fact that I have literally sent it to you multiple times.
Have you?
You can check our text history.
I'm actually going to check because this song does not ring a bell to me.
God, it's so... Let me actually just play a little bit of it for you real quick.
Are you guys gonna get reported for playing it?
No one listens to this podcast. Okay. Listen to the first thing he says.
The only two things in life
that make it worth living.
Ooh, it's gonna hit me in the feels.
Wow.
A little misogyny for you.
That voice.
What if I was like, Haley, just so you know, I actually have it on vinyl.
I'm about to stop. Just let him.
Oh, I know this song. Yes.
I've never heard it, but I'm excited to have a new song.
Yeah. So anyway, that's number 99.
Okay, great.
Number 98, I debated putting, like, I really feel like this should be higher as I'm reading it. Slotted spoons. Best utensil invention since the fork. Solves so many problems, or maybe just the ultimate problem, which is when you cook something in a brothy, liquidy texture, but it's not meant to transfer over to the serving. So slotted spoons, what would we be doing without them? Taking 2 forks and like carrying, something over, possibly dropping it. You need the soup to non-soup ratio to be right. Like this just, to me, is essential. When you don't have one, you're missing it. I don't know who made these, but like shout out to them. 97 Ohm's law from the law of physics.
Whoa.
We wouldn't understand electric currents without it. It's just very essential. I wouldn't have light on right now probably. So you know.
That is
cool.
It's a surprise to me. That's a good one.
Well, it's not as important as this next thing, which is my final one for this round, 96 ginger ale on a flight.
Oh, yeah.
I never drink ginger ale, but every time she comes around, I order it and I just feel, who am I? She's someone different.
I tweeted about this. I was on a flight. This is like sometime last year. And the guy in front of me ordered ginger ale. And then the guy heard, everyone in my row heard it. And so the guy on his row was like, you know what? I'll also take a ginger ale. And then the guy in my row said, make that 3 ginger ales. And then I went, make that 4. And then the person on the middle seat goes, make that 5. And the lady was like, we got a ginger ale party here. And I was like, yeah, that's the power of ginger ale on a plane.
On a flight.
On a plane. Yeah.
Specifically on a plane.
It's healing. It's like, I think if you are worried about getting COVID on a plane, have some ginger ale. It's not
Kill it immediately.
It's not scientifically proven, but
drink it with a straw under your mask.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it really does bring. I love that story. Could have prevented 9/11. That's basically what you're saying. Okay,
honestly.
what's your next one?
Wait, what's your next one? What's that?
Jordan, our producer, is gone. I just remembered we should probably not say things we want to edit it out, but I don't want that edited out.
Leave that in there.
Leave that in there.
Okay. So we're at 95. Okay, 95 for me is taking a short nap, but it feels like a long nap, and you feel super rested.
That's good.
Whoa, like you rare, but you just like, whoa, I feel rested, and it's just a wonderful moment. Great thing. 94, when your Uber driver senses the vibes and doesn't talk to you during your ride.
Oh wow, that's good.
Really an amazing thing.
Wow.
Amazing time in life, because you're like, I don't want to talk. Hopefully I'm giving off those vibes and they understand.
You know what the perfect moment is when you have a really good immediate get in the car back and forth, but it only lasts 30 to 40 seconds. And the vibes are really good. Like you really like the Uber driver, they like you. But then, like you said, both parties are like, okay, I've done enough. It trails off.
Yes. Yeah, I've been in Ubers with both of you recently where that has not been the case, and they have.
Oh my God, Jordan! Tell Sean what happened at Summer League. That was awful.
Yeah, at Summer League, the driver just starts talking about the Brittany Griner situation, not knowing anything about it, really putting everything down. I'm like, I don't want to explain everything to you. I don't want to talk about this right now. This is putting a bad mood in everything. And then the driver that was with Sean going to the airport, the lady it was like her second drive ever.
She's like a so scared. She was sweet, like 50-something-year-old, definitely like if like our moms drove Uber kind of vibes. But like, this is the best part, and Jordan and I laughed after. Like towards the end of the drive, she's like, I just started. I would love 5 stars to help my rating. And immediately right after she said that, she took a wrong exit. So then had to do a U-turn. And then just didn't stop talking from then on. And then was wearing like sunglasses while it was like dark out. And so like right after she asked for 5 stars, everything went downhill.
You know what I used to do when I was serving, when I was waiting tables, is I would almost every night I would be like, oh, it's my first night, because people tip you so well.
Wow.
And usually I can remember if someone would come back in or be like a repeat customer or whatever, especially if I was messing up. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, it's my first night. I feel like your Uber driver might have been doing that because you don't see how many rides they've had in the past.
No, I think it was legitimately ride number 2 or 3.
We were going to the airport, and she didn't have confidence of going. She lived there. Yeah. And she didn't know where to go. Anyway, I don't want to put down that lady.
She was great.
You're great.
5 stars.
You're wonderful. You're sweet. But if they get the vibes and they don't interact with you, that's what I love.
Yes.
Okay. Next one. Haley, this is a shout out to you. The moment when you remember where you saw an actor before, or you remember an actor's name. In Vegas, Haley and I could not remember Nicole Kidman's name, and we refused to look it up
for anything. A whole
I don't know what happened.
Probably 45 minutes. We could not think of her name. We started going through the alphabet, started going through normal names, all of the things we'd seen her in, who else was in it.
Physically
people she's
get her
dated.
Name out.
Yeah.
Physically could not think of her name, and we refused to look it up. But then the moment when we remembered, top 100 moment.
It felt so good. It was a victory. I think everyone felt it in the restaurant.
In that restaurant. Yeah, they felt it. Next one, also traveling inspired. When your luggage comes out first at baggage claim.
Oh, what a win.
Has never happened to me.
Oh, it happened to me one time.
Wow.
One time. This last time came out last. So the opposite of that is coming out first, and it was wonderful.
Do we think there's any correlation between if you get there early?
Yeah, I think the later you get there, the best.
The later you get there, the sooner your bag will come out.
Correct.
It's on top of the pile, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
The trick is to have a bag that's a little too big on a packed flight, and then be like, hey, can you just check this in? Or if they ask to check it in, I always say yes, because you're like the first 12 out, because your shit's right by the plane. That's always a good move.
Yes, and you can not pay the baggage fee.
Yeah, exactly. That's the big thing.
91. Closing out tabs after you finish writing an article or working on a project.
Oh, that's so refreshing.
Wonderful feeling. I am a multi-tab person. I will have multiple windows on if I'm working on an article, but when you get to close them all out because you finished, peace, harmony.
No, wonderful. I know what you mean. And even sometimes it's a little bit like I'm not even working on anything, but like maybe I'm lightly researching something, or I know we're going to talk about something on the show, and also looking up a flight or something and Googling things that like I really want to remember, and then you just hit close all and you realize it wasn't that important. It's like none of those things are things you absolutely needed.
Yes, it's the digital version of doing this, like I'm done.
Yes.
For the video viewers only. That little
I feel like
to our YouTube.
Yes, subscribe to the YouTube.
Yeah, wiping your hands of it. Subscribe to the YouTube, make us some money.
Okay, that's my section.
Is it my turn? So number 90, we're on?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You're 90 through 86.
So I'll stick on the travel thing. I've fallen in love with reading on planes. I am able to read a lot more and a lot quicker. And I feel like there's a level of superiority complex when I turn on my little lamp to read while everyone's sleeping or watching whatever show. And I'm just sitting there, like this. Like I also read like an idiot on a plane, like to avoid like my neck going like this. I'll go like this.
How do
like,
you get
directly-
the energy
right in front of
from your
face?
Right in
arms?
front of my face, yeah. But I genuinely love reading on planes. That's when I get most of my reading done.
Great one.
That reminds me of Reductress just had this headline that was like, woman in park reading a book is paid actor to make you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah, no facts.
That's yeah.
One of my favorite accounts.
Yeah,
Okay, 89. I'll go since it's very hot in Los Angeles right now and across the Americas. Christmas of fresh sheets on a summer night right after a nice cold shower.
wow.
So,
Wow.
change your sheets, and you shower right before bed, and you got the AC blasting and that little crispness feeling. You're moving, you're switching your legs back and forth, trying to get all the cold. Christine and I always joke that she gets into bed before me, and I always say, you're stealing the cold. You're stealing all the good cold. And sometimes now when if I'm doing well in our relationship, she'll save half of the cold for me, but usually she takes it all.
Wow, it's the little things. Yeah,
Yeah, it's the little things.
Love that.
Let's see. I'm gonna say, what am I on? Number 88. Seeing billionaires lose. I think people like Elon Musk, he just recently had some gross photos of himself shirtless pop
I
up
just
on
showed
the
these to
internet.
Jordan.
Yeah.
I just saw
This is also
those.
going to age this episode. So
Yeah. I think that's evergreen. That's pretty
yes,
evergreen.
That's
it's evergreen.
evergreen,
He's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
I mean, that's not.
But-
I just think, look, I was telling this story one time in middle school, which was the toughest time for me, I think.
Yeah, for most people.
This boy pointed out, he was like, your rib cage is huge. And ever since then, I was like, damn, I have a huge rib cage.
Bad. That's a bad insult. bad.
It's so bad. That same boy later in the year, I was sitting down in gym class, I had shorts on, and he was like, your thighs are huge. I was
Oh
like,
my gosh.
Jesus, fuck. Yeah, exactly. So
He just liked you. That's clear. He just
fuck
really
you,
liked
CJ, if you're
Yeah.
listening to this.
Yeah, CJ, fuck you. But make sure you subscribe,
But make sure you subscribe and rate us.
Yeah, 5 stars.
Anyway, yeah, if I had seen that picture when I was in middle school, I'd be like, I don't even have a rib cage. There's no. He looks like. Here's a little reference for you, Sean, since Christine loves Minions. The Minions guy
Yes.
who hoards the Minions.
Yes, Gru. He
Hoards
does
the
look like Gru.
minions.
Yeah, I just love seeing billionaires lose. Elon Musk, obviously the Twitter sale did not go through because he was just trying to hide his affairs and other stuff.
Was that him or was that Twitter? I've been offline like for so long. I really don't understand
I'm
jokes.
pretty
My
sure,
friends
like-
keep sending me jokes and I don't
Yeah, I think the whole thing was like he talked about the deal and blah 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 blah, but it was like almost a misdirect of what was actually happening with him. The details of his, affair or whatever.
What affair?
Or not
Like
an
woman
affair.
affair?
He like
business affair?
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't that. Or I think he had like not abuse or something, but something with like a coworker that got released to the public. And people were saying he was trying to hide that story by the Twitter sale. I think he's gonna have federal crimes to pay for saying all it's a multiple billions of dollars sale that didn't go through. So we'll see. I love seeing billionaires lose. More billionaires lose, the better.
Yes.
That was
That's
I
a good
believe
one.
When Jeff Bezos spent all that money going to space and it just looked like a penis.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Yes.
I love that. Yeah.
I believe that was 88.
Yeah.
Okay, 87. I'm trying to like map these out so I can get the good ones. Yelling at people on TV. This is something that I've become really good
Yes.
at. Like when you're on the couch and you're yelling at someone for doing something wrong. We're watching Alone right now on Netflix, which is like, survival, whatever. And it's, just me screaming like, you need to insulate it more. You need to add more wood. There's just not enough foundation there. And like, I've never, done wilderness
Yeah.
stuff. So I think that is a sport that a lot of people love to do and
So
take
good.
part in. Like Love Island, I'll yell like, "Why are you going for him? What are you doing?"
Yeah, he's
Just
got no
like-
chat.
Pastime, yeah.
Yeah. I'm big on that. But sometimes it stresses me out. So sometimes I wouldn't say it's a good thing. I will say when you yell at the TV and somehow the message seems to be received, that's a top
Yes.
100 thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Like last night, I was watching An Affair to Remember, which is from like the 50s with my Aunt Kathy. And I'm going to go ahead and ruin it for you. The woman in it couldn't show up to meet this man at the top of the Empire State Building because she got in a car wreck and she never told him because she was like, I don't want him to feel bad for me. I just want him to love me like he did before. And then he shows up and he's like, why didn't you ever come? This is like a year later. He's like, 6 months. Why didn't you come to see me at the top of the Empire State Building? And the whole time he's just pissed, which makes sense. And then he figures it out. And I was screaming in the theater that I like, just go figure it out. And he did. So that was really nice.
That's nice. He's
it was
actually
awesome.
Listening to you. All right.
Do I have one more? I think I have one more. I will do drunk purchases as the thing. Ordering something while drunk, forgetting about it in the morning, forgetting about it for a couple days, and then you get a package on your doorstep. And you're like, what the hell is this? And it's like, oh, this is the thing I was looking at. Okay, sweet. I think there's I've been addicted to like just getting stuff. Christine that yells at me all the time. She's like, you don't need more stuff. But there's something like coming home from work and you have boxes on your doorstep and you're like, ooh,
yeah,
to open this. I hate like breaking down cardboard. That's like the one qualm of it, but I just love receiving packages and stuff. It's great.
Breaking down cardboard's like a workout where the whole way through you're like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever done. But then once it's broken down, you're like, I feel good about that. Yeah. Wiping my hands of it.
Yes.
I've come full circle on being materialistic. I used to hide it, but now it's like, can't we just have a treat for our stupid little lives in this burning planet? Can't I have something nice?
Yes.
So I'm glad that you're good. What's the best thing you've ever bought while drunk?
That's a good one. That's a good question. I bought like 2 shirts. I was just like, I saw a TikTok and they were like just advertising the shirt. It was like something from Uniqlo. And I got it, and it's like a women's shirt, but like the guy was like, it fits men, like just get a bigger size. And cause I was drunk, I got it in a medium, which is obviously I'm not a women's medium.
Size. Yeah.
But then it worked out that like Christine liked it, so I just gave it to her, so I didn't have to deal with the returns.
Nice.
I'm now realizing now that I'm in a hashtag relationship, buying stuff for other people, there's more of a like I gain more out of that than buying stuff for myself.
That might be one of my things on my list.
Oh,
something like that.
Gifts,
because it's so good.
Sean realizes the plot of The Grinch at age 30. Okay.
Like I think I told Jordan this.
My heart grew.
My love language has never been gifts or anything like that, and that's Christine. So now I'm trying to work towards being better at that, and I understand why people like giving and receiving gifts. I'm getting better at it.
What's yours?
A quality time is probably my big one.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Fred's.
Mine is it? What's yours, Jordan?
Words of affirmation.
Yeah, I knew that.
Jordan, of course,
tell
that's
me great
yours
things.
because you're just so great. You're just the best.
Thanks, Sean. I feel so loved.
Okay, next we had Harry. That was 86, right, Sean?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, so let me click on Harry's ideas for 85 through 81. He doesn't have them all filled in, so we'll have to fill some of these in. At 85, he's got getting air on a trampoline. I would say unequivocally this is true.
That's
so
sick.
fun.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So fun. And it's like the slight fear, like, oh my gosh, did I go too high? And then you come back down.
Yeah.
Great moment.
Very fun. Even more fun if you're surrounded by like your little cousins and they're like, can't believe it.
They're blown away by you.
Yeah.
Doing that?
Yeah. Okay, fast food on a road trip at 84.
Wow.
This is definitely good. Yeah, because you don't feel bad about it. What alternate choice do you have?
It hits different. It definitely hits different.
Yeah, for sure. So now we've got to fill in 83, 82, and 81. I'll go ahead and say 83, just like kids being blown away by something you're doing that's pretty mid.
Yeah.
Could be 83. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Just to circle back to 85. Yeah. 82.
82. When you parallel park for the first try.
Wow.
Oh, like you get it right on the.
I do that. I do that often. I'm a good parallel parker, and
What a
I
flex.
it is a flex that I will back up. But like, I'll get like, it's nice when Christine's like, "Wow, that was like amazing. Like you did that on one shot," and you do the cool like armor on the back.
Oh my
You do one
god.
of those, you know, and you get it in one shot. That's like
I have a backup cam, and I
No.
You have a
I
backup cam.
I don't have
I
one, so
struggle.
yeah, I'm old school, but I feel like a pure alpha male when I do that.
That
there's
is
not many
Immediately
times for
start
me.
Sweating.
Yeah.
I immediately start sweating when I have to parallel park, especially if it's like on a busy street and I have to put on the flashers first.
Go ahead.
Sweat.
Go ahead. I'm gonna be a while.
Sweating. But then when I nail it and it just like boom
Yep.
gets in there perfectly.
Love it.
Yeah, but I remember
Top
doing that in
100
LA.
cam.
Like people would honk at you for anything, like a
Yeah.
normal road thing. Like you're
Oh.
turning left and they realize that you're stopping because you're going to turn left. They're going to honk. Like there's no, you don't have to do something wrong. You just have to kind of be existing a little bit in their way. So I understand that. That is pretty scary. I also would say that like if you're making eye contact with me while I'm parallel parking and you're a man, that's sexist.
It is.
That's super
It is
sexist.
automatically. Yeah.
Get
But
the
I-
pressure off me. But I have a backup cam, so like it's very easy. I remember people used to joke about like, "Oh, who do you think you're kidding if you back into spaces? How much time are you really saving?" I'm like, "You don't understand. I can't pull in accurately. But at least with a backup
You
cam,
can see
I
it.
can fit it into the little box and just choo myself backwards." I love backup cams.
That's great.
Multiple
backup
multiple
cams.
times.
Maybe backup cams should be the next
yeah,
one.
that's just
All right.
on it. Backup
Yeah.
Love that.
cams. Need it.
Technology. That's good technology.
Yeah.
Is that 81 or is that 82? That's 82.
Okay, we need one more.
I've got one for 81.
All right.
How about drinking orange juice when you're really thirsty?
Orange juice when you're
Ooh.
thirsty.
Do you guys do that? Like a
Just
juice
how-
when you're thirsty?
Yeah, I would say a juice.
I
would
guess
say
so.
A cold juice.
I like,
It's-
I'm a water guy myself always, but a cold juice when it hits, summer day really hits. I loved like this Jason Concepcion's tweet about how people didn't really ever drink water to hydrate back in the day. Like he was like, it was an incredible tweet because I believed it because I was like, he said the second tweet was like, I've never seen our parents drink water to hydrate, you know, and like when you were growing up. And I'm like, yeah, like I'm pretty sure my mom would give me juice. Oh, you're thirsty? Here's like a sugary grape juice or orange juice. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
that is not, that is not good for you.
Mhm.
Yeah, when did hydration become in?
That was his thing. Yeah, hydration is like it's like a
Mid-
cultural
It is.
fad.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right.
I'm feeling
Wow,
like
this
this
list is
wall
so
is making
good.
me look like Elon Musk. Translucent right now.
Yeah, you look like you're in like a therapist office. Just blank
I'm in my
walls,
living
no
room.
personality.
Well,
Is this the new
all right.
home?
No.
Nice.
Yes, it is, but there's nothing up.
This is all you can show us is this wall.
This is all. Trust me, this is all I've got. Like this wall is painted, and that's enough.
That is enough. It looks great.
Am I on 80?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
The
80.
counting part is really hard.
Yeah, we really need to lean on each other for the counting. 80. I've got compasses. I just don't feel like these get enough credit.
Mm.
All right.
It's a classic. It's literally the reason that Google Maps works. Pilots need technology that relies on compasses.
All right, shout out to
Compi,
compass.
I don't know, maybe. Very important. We need to know directions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. People would die without them.
Do you
People
remember-
have died without them.
Because we grew up at the time where GPS was just coming up when we were kids. Do you
You
remember
had to get a
like
Tom.
Tom.
or no, like worse, like I have to drive to a friend's house and I have to print out MapQuest
Oh yeah.
You just fucking pages of like, I think it was a turn on Jefferson Street, and you're just like flipping through. Is like,
yeah, a road trip would literally be like a literal
piece
map
together. Yeah.
and pieces of paper that would tell you which interstate to take and which road to take.
I remember we hit like, my mom put like a manila folder of like each destination and location on MapQuest, and obviously all those papers just got jumbled up together, and it's like, we're lost, you know.
Yeah.
And I always thought like MapQuest just didn't exist anymore, but my grandparents and my
Still use
aunt
it.
came to my house, drove from San Diego to Los Angeles, and they're like, I'm like, well, where are you guys? We're passing exit 87. We're gonna exit. It says we have this many more, and they came with a printed one with
I love
little
that.
notes on the piece of paper. I said, you guys all have smartphones. Not my grandmother has a new iPhone.
But I will
Doesn't
say,
trust the maps.
yeah, I'm almost like nervous about older drivers using technology while
I don't
driving.
want them. I don't want
like,
us on our phones.
Yeah, like I'd rather
but I
you
especially don't want them on their phones.
print it out, or have a helper.
Have it.
Have
Pull
a
over at a gas
helper.
station. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
never
gosh.
done. Yeah, ask a stranger. That's literally never resulted in anything bad. So, my
You're on
aunt
the
is the
side of the
same
road,
way,
so it's
and my
all
aunt will give me directions to something in Louisville, and I'll only realize it's always verbal directions, and so sometimes I'll use my phone as a backup, but sometimes I'm like, just try.
Right.
Like you shouldn't be so attached to this thing anyway. And it's always like the alternate route to the already back road. So it's like the back road's back road, which results in seeing a lot of cool stuff. But like I am showing up to everything about 40 minutes late.
It's like, make sure you make a U-turn in this cul-de-sac twice before getting back on the road. And you're like, man, what the hell is this, MapQuest?
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, compasses.
Great.
Good one.
Essential. Okay. Number 79, walking tacos after a softball game.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys played softball or had walking tacos.
Well, what is that?
Walking tacos, like I think a Midwest thing, but I know they have them in the South too, and it's like a bag of Fritos that you'd get from the concession stand, and then they put in ground beef
Like
with taco
cheese.
seasoning, cheese, lettuce,
Oh my
tomato. Yeah. It
Those
was, as
are
a
good.
kid, that was the height of like, that's the only reason you play softball.
Wow.
And to later say that you played softball when you come out as gay.
Right.
Shout out to all my baby gays.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Fritos just changed everything, and that was a very rewarding time.
Now,
getting a
like,
walking taco.
like hipster, Mexican restaurants will do that now. I know, like, what's the Home State will do like a Frito bag. And so you can get that now, but to your point, yeah, it hits better when you're a kid and you're playing a sport and it's like you walk around to do it.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things where it's like, as a kid, that food was incredible, and really the only way you can enjoy it now is like through nostalgia.
Yes.
Because if you're actually eating it, you're like SpaghettiOs. For
I
me.
know that kind of made my stomach hurt as you were describing it, but
Yeah.
that's because
Yeah,
I'm an
exactly.
old. Yeah.
No, look, you know how I come to trips. I've got Zantac, I've got Pepto, I've got Mylanta. Like, my stomach would not accept anything I ate as a child.
I just
Doesn't accept anything now.
one of my favorite times, like just in general, whenever you go out to eat with Haley and she starts taking some bites, she's like, I can just feel the heartburn coming. It's like
Raging through my
yeah.
stomach.
Great. That is a Haley statement. Yes.
Okay, number 78, Doc Ellis's no-hitter in 1970.
The acid
He
one.
did this while he was on acid. I think that is, as an accomplishment, pretty cool. I've
If
never
there
done
was-
anything impressive
Yeah.
on a hallucinogen.
If
except
there
for
was
pronounce
ever a
it.
pro-drug message,
Hallucinogen,
it's
yeah.
that. It's that. Like
So-
him
Sean,
doing a no-hitter
say
on acid.
hallucinogen.
Hallucinogenian or hallucinogenics? Hallucinogen? Hallucinogen.
That's it.
That
Hallucinogen.
one.
Yeah.
Hallucinogen.
All right.
I was leaving Best Buy. I was like picking something up with Christine, and there was a Dare lady outside the Best Buy in Glendale, and she was like, "Hey, do you remember Dare?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, lady, I still do drugs. I'm the wrong person." And I walked down. Christine was like, "That's so mean," and I was like, "I'm telling the truth. Like there's no drug awareness. Like I'm aware of all the drugs. I don't.
Yeah.
What are you stopping me for?
Yeah, I'm aware. Trust me, I'm aware. All right, number 77, sunscreen.
Oh,
I
good.
cannot believe I had this one this high up. I feel like that was a clerical error.
Yeah.
Sunscreen, obviously, look at me, very important to me personally.
It's vital.
It is vital. Yes, it is a matter of my well-being.
You won't
put it on
believe
every
this,
morning.
but I golfed with a guy last week, and he had like a thing of tape here. It's an older man,
Okay.
he probably in his 50s, 60s. I think he said he was 65. And he just like sprung a conversation up. He was like, I just got back from the hospital last week. He's like, you see this little scar thing here? I was like, no one asked. Literally, not a single person asked. But he was like, you see the scar thing? He's like, skin cancer. He's like, I had this thing removed, blah, blah, blah. He's like, who would have thought? He's like, and I guess it makes sense. He's like, I've never put on sunscreen ever in my life. And I looked at him, I was like, what? I was like, you've never put on sunscreen? He's like, yeah, I'd run like, back in my day, I used to run like 10, 20 miles a week and blah, 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 blah. Just never sunscreen. He's like, I don't need that shit. And I was like, well, no wonder you have skin
Clearly
cancer.
you do.
I was like,
Clearly you need it.
I was golfing with Paolo, and I was like, I was the guy looking for sympathy? Like, I don't.
How did you get to golf? You didn't know this guy?
Sometimes you just golf with like strangers, random. It's sometimes
What
it
a
works
nightmare.
out great. It's like great networking. You meet a nice person. Other times, it's this guy who doesn't put sunscreen on and talks about how he has skin cancer.
Yeah. Well, hey, put sunscreen on. This is a PSA.
I will say,
There it is.
I will fully
Awareness.
admit that the new Fenty beauty line has the sunscreen and the moisturizer, and that is now a part of my routine. But before, I was like, the melanin, do your work. I didn't put on. I just also don't go outside. I hope you guys know this about me by now, but so I wasn't overly. It wasn't that important to me, but now I feel the difference. Rihanna Fenty really put me on the
Good.
sunscreen.
What a plug! I hope you get the bag.
I know, right?
I'll send you some
Sponsored
articles, though. Everyone needs to wear sunscreen. It's really important.
It is.
Okay. Number 76, I have the name Luca.
Luca.
I love this name. It's
That's
so
my nephew's
cute.
name.
I thought about that when I made this. It is equal parts cute. Like, is he a tanned man in Greece who's gonna like Sisterhood of Traveling Pants you, wine and dine, like, but be nice and a gentleman. The only Luca I've ever met in real life or fictionally or have been aware of who I wasn't super keen on was Luca on this season of British Love Island.
The fish bish.
The fish, yeah, he sells fish.
Fish. Yeah.
But
Luca,
everyone
great
else,
name.
it's a great name. Yeah.
Wasn't
I love the name Luca.
the Pixar movie called Luca?
Yes.
Great
and
movie.
It's so cute.
Oh,
and that
great
came
movie.
out the same year my nephew Luca was born.
Oh.
And because, if you subscribe to YouTube, you'll get to see this picture. But here's Luca.
Oh.
And he's getting ready to go to daycare.
Look
And
at the
he's
shoes.
wearing his shark glow-in-the-dark Vans that Auntie JJ
Fire.
got for him.
Fire.
And they glow in the dark, and I love them. And he's so cute, and he's showing them off.
Great
Aw.
name.
Love Luca.
Like
That's
Kaylee, you're
cute.
right. Like Luca as a kid is a great name, but if
Luca as a man
for the most
is a great
part, yeah,
name.
it's
Great
gonna
name.
hold up.
It ages well.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a good one.
That made my heart
Thank
smile.
you.
Okay.
Okay, I think Jordan, you're up now. 75
Okay, it's
through
on me.
71.
It's on me. 75. Watching The Price is Right and getting the price right. So
Wow, that
I've
is
never
I-
seen The Price is Right.
good. No judgment,
but
it was
wow,
one of my favorite shows.
it's the ultimate like you're home sick from school and that's the only thing on type show.
Me and my grandmother used to watch it when she would pick me up from like kindergarten, like early in the day, and we'd watch it since then. And then when I got to college, we went to an actual taping. That's how much we loved
Wow,
The Price is Right so much. And we're on camera like doing the numbers. It's so fun.
Do you have pictures from that?
I do have pictures from that.
I want to see them.
come
I
on
was
down.
I wish
So
I
The
got
Price is
picked.
Right. Are you just basically, you're guessing the price of items, right?
And
So
it's
it's
like
like
normal household
Yeah.
items, but it could also be like a new car. And they're playing these games to guess the prices.
so
Was
it's like
this made after the old Bush was like, I don't know how much milk is? Is that the reason that
it was
the show was
this
made?
game. This show's been on for like 100 years. Like
Yeah.
crazy
Oh, Bob
legacy.
Barker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. I mean, I had a friend from college who went, like, our college when we were out here first semester, they would like send us to like various studio shows, and one kid went to Price is Right and won a car. He freaking won a car while he was out here. It's insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did they come up with new items? Wouldn't it be like
Well, things change, prices change, so they'll be like
Prices
this.
change.
They'll be like this brand new Samsung washer and dryer set, and you're like, holy shit, that could be anywhere from like 1,000 each, to like 2,000. You just like you have to
just
really
don't know.
keep up with the times.
Yeah. And we're watching, Fred and I are watching it on Pluto TV, and it's like the old ones from
nice.
the 70s, like when it first
Oh,
came
that's
on. So
fun.
you're guessing prices, but in that time. And it's like everything's like 25 cents. But it's fun. And then when you get the price right and you're cheering just like the people on the TV, it's a great moment.
Yeah, you're going watch. Yeah, that makes sense. At
Gotta
first,
watch
I
it.
thought that Bob Barker was the same guy who did Wheel of Fortune, and I was about to be really like, ooh,
That's
because
Pat
that
Sajak,
comes
right?
on. Yeah, that comes on before Jeopardy.
Yep.
So I'll inevitably watch like 2-3 minutes
Yeah.
of it,
Not my
and he
favorite.
has the worst vibes, like passive
Pat
aggressive.
Sajak?
I don't know anything
Yeah.
about him, but that man has terrible energy coming out of him, just like reeks of like, why is he saying things under his breath? He sounds sarcastic. It's not nice.
He's
don't
very
know.
he's very mean to people when they have like wrong guesses.
Yeah, he's mean.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't be mean. We're all playing a game
Like-
here.
Like when Trebek does it, you're like, that's fine because like the people are geniuses, and Trebek always used to do with like a level of like endearment, he was like,
Yeah, it's like, no.
like
Yeah.
and then for Jeopardy the is enough to like
That's
really
enough.
demoralize
That's enough of a
you. So
gut
like
punch.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was just talking to my aunt about this the other day. Well, my aunt and uncle about the new host's no's, like how Ken Jennings says no versus how
Mm.
I forget what her name is. She was on Big Bang Theory. She's the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
host, co-host, sharing host. I like Ken better. Her no, she's got to nail it because she's got a couple right now,
She's workshopping.
and one of them is really condescending.
Is it like hell no?
Yeah, and then her other one's like no, and I'm like no, it's a no. You got to tell them no.
No question mark?
Yeah, you can't question it. You have all the
Can't
answers.
question it. You actually have the answers. Yeah. All right. 74. I feel like all mines are situational, but I love this. When you're standing in line, a long line at the store, but then the cashier opens a new lane,
Boom.
and you
Huge.
just like shoot through, and you're like, man, I'm gonna be in here forever. Shoot through, new lane open, wonderful moment.
And
When
they
they-
look at you like
The eye contact.
you're the
that's
one.
the big thing.
Yeah, they're like,
You're the
I
one.
choose you. Yeah, exactly.
I
It's
could
amazing.
take you on 5.
Oh,
You're like me
you.
of of everyone in
you.
this line. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much for choosing me. You feel chosen. 73, the classic extra fry at the bottom of the bag. This probably should be lower, but when you're, especially the driving eating of fries,
Yep.
and you think you're done, look down there. There's some more, and they're still hot, not the cold version.
There's
Amazing.
now a trend where people will get their order of fries in a cup.
Yes, I saw that
So
on
when you're
TikTok.
driving, you could just easy access. I like
in the
that.
cup holder.
Yeah. Smart.
What do you ask for it when you're driving?
Yeah,
through?
like can I get a
you have
medium
it in
fries, but
cup.
can you put it in a cup?
This feels like one of those things that the internet says I should do and is okay, and then when I do it, the people are like,
The lady's like, absolutely
"You
not.
fucking freak!" Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna get it in the bag like we've done it for the last 100 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also saw that video. Which one is this one? 72. Touring model homes.
Whoa.
I love going to model homes, especially of like new builds, and you see everything that's like glued down. You know that whole thing of model homes. Okay, maybe this is just me.
I have never
No, that's awesome.
been to.
I
don't think I've ever seen a model home. Like
Really?
No, like outside of like on the highway. There's one and one of the
with the
exits.
flags. Open hair. Well, I did
Never.
tour a lot because when I was actually looking to buy a home, I toured them. But also, this was like, shout out to LaShawn Liggins, my mother. Amazing. This is like a free activity to take kids to do. It's hot in Sacramento. She'd be like, okay, we're going to go tour model homes. Let's all look.
And now you're a homeowner.
And now I'm a homeowner and I love model homes. I'm a reflection of her. So
Jordan is a homeowner who's getting married and is under 30. I feel like she's a government plant.
Put her on the Forbes.
So people can be like, no, you can do it. See, you can own a home. Look.
Put her on
Jordan
the Forbes
does
list.
it. Yeah.
Put her on the Forbes list.
30 under 30. We're like 10 under 30.
Yeah.
Well, it all
joke.
started.
If Harry wasn't sick, I'd make him
home.
cut that. But he's sick, so no one can cut it.
71. When you're trying on something at a store and another woman compliments you, I will automatically buy the item. It's like either you're in the dressing room and you come out to the bigger window and a woman's like, that looks amazing. I'm like, I trust you with my life. I don't know you. Thank you. Or it's just like a jacket. You're trying it on outside. If it's a woman, she compliments me in that way. Woman to woman, I trust you. I believe you. I'm buying it.
Wow. I want to add, because I think it's my turn next. I want, what is it? I was 70. I want it to be street compliments, like fit. Like if you're just walking down the street and someone compliments your fit.
Yep.
I had Christine and I have been getting couples compliments of our fits where people be like, I just love both of your vibes. Like you guys are really great.
Yes.
And it's like we just ride off that comment for a day. We were leaving dinner in Highland Park and a dude who looked like he just left a softball game. He had like bats attached to his backpack and stuff. And he's like, I didn't know he was talking to us until like halfway through his like speech to us, but like we're like waiting for a crosswalk and he's like, you know, like I walk these streets like all the time, and he's like, I see all these people trying too hard, dressing really weird and hipster and blah 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 blah, but he's like, you two are doing it right. He's like, you guys are really good fit. And I like turned my head. I was like, you talking to me? He's like, yeah, you guys have a really great fit, blah, blah, blah. And Christine and I were like blown away to the point where like, as I'm getting my car across the street, he waves back at us does like a thumbs up. Like he like really liked the fit. And we were like, that's incredible. Like that's never happened.
Burst into tears.
Yeah.
Clearly words of affirmation. I've already talked about it. And this all lumps into all of my favorite things.
It was incredible. So yeah, compliments in general. Compliments in general, but especially like
From
clothes.
strangers.
From strangers, clothes.
It affirms what you thought looked good in the mirror. You know, that your judgment is good.
Yeah.
But also I'll say there's parameters on this, so don't just take this and run. If you're a stranger and your compliment is a little too familiar, it's not going to be received well.
That's why I said a woman.
Not the same.
Yes.
Specifically.
Yes.
Because I'm like, you're not going wrong by me, and it's not sexualized.
You're not male gazing it. Yeah, exactly. Right. You're just looking. Yes, exactly.
The male version is you're walking by another dude who is dressed well, and you do the downwards head nod.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like unspoken, but it's like, yeah, like your vibe.
Okay. Yeah.
I will. I think. What am I on? 69.
Yeah. Don't.
Nice. I will actually. I'll do. Smelling nice. I always normally like enjoyed smelling nice, but I've now. I think Christine has helped me get more scent. Well, she just basically brings her scents.
What are you using?
I was just gonna share. I normally use a Kiehl's. The Kiehl's has like a musk, like it's their like cologne perfume. I think one time, Haley, you complimented the smell, and I was like, it's Kiehl's. So that's what I was always traditionally using, and then Christine added a couple more scents to my life. She uses this Le Labo matcha scent. She's like all over Le Labo, and I didn't realize how expensive those scents were. But she's now mad that the scent that she started using is now like the famous hipster TikTok scent that everyone's like, this is the scent you gotta do. And she was on it for like months before, this stuff started trending.
That's gonna be sold out everywhere.
I know. She's a little mad about that.
That is like, not to be I don't know what the word is. You guys know what I'm trying to say. But someone who's like exclusionary or anything. Yeah. But like when an old song that you love becomes a TikTok song, you're like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I just want to listen to Mary Jane Girls in Peace. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, there's a remix, and then and you kind of get sick of it a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
there
But
should
just
be
doing,
there should be a level
Yeah.
of gatekeeping for things like that. You know, like because when
I
it
go back and
blows up,
forth.
I get like, ugh. Like restaurants and stuff, I'm always like, fine. Like, I'm okay.
It's gonna happen. Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
You want them to have the business.
Yes,
Yeah.
I want their support. I want them to last long. But like, sense is like very subjective, and it's like very much like I'm picking this and choosing this, and then when that blows up, it's like removing all of that from you. It's like it's out of my control now.
Mm-hmm.
There's other things like that too, but
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know what you mean. That's true. Well, it's also for me the worst that's happened is an outfit. I had this incredible outfit,
Oh, no.
like incredible. It was gonna be my birthday outfit. I was just like, no one else has even seen anything like this ever. And then it was a TikTok outfit, and I literally
brutal.
returned it.
Wow. Heartbreaking.
We will never see that orange sparkle.
Oh,
Wow.
orange sparkle.
It's the Utes.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
You're on to the next fit. And I'm on to the next thing. That's a transition there for you industry people. I'm going to go with Costco. I recently got a Costco membership.
Yes.
And people always say, you know, and I was in that boat of like, well, I don't need a Costco membership. I'm just one
Yeah.
person, or I don't really need all that stuff in bulk. It's not about the bulk, folks. It's
Mhm.
about
not.
having an access into a world that you can
Yeah.
just roam free in. I
Yeah. Changed
can't
my
tell you
life.
how many times I walk into Costco, I don't buy a thing. I just walk around. Just walk around, pick up things, look at things, check out deals on things.
Sean, have you ever been to a mall?
Now here's the
Costco's
thing.
way better.
There's no exclusivity in a mall.
Okay.
I
Anybody
walk up,
could come in.
I
Yeah.
flash my card. I'm like, I'm a gold star member. You're gonna let me in. The thing I love about Costco on top of that is the, you know, CEO and owner, the founder is like very much a legitimate philanthropist where he won't change prices on stuff because he's like, well, if you're coming in, these prices are always going to stay the same. We want to help families out. He's very much like, you know, whatever execs and higher ups, the money people will be like, well, we should increase the price of hot dogs. And he's like, over my dead fucking body.
He literally said that. He
Yeah.
was like, I'm gonna die before
Yeah.
we increase the price of these hot dogs. And they
Which
do
is
have
great.
good hot dogs.
Wow.
Water is a quarter. Water bottles are a quarter at Costco. I have one Costco issue. Thursday night, Christine and I went to Costco to pick up some stuff, and we were a little hungry. And me being a little hungry means I over get stuff. But we were like, I was like, Costco sushi can't be that bad. Christine got violently sick from it, so
Oh no.
just something to keep a lookout. Maybe if you get Costco sushi, just have one little thing.
Or
Not
just
too-
don't buy something fresh in bulk is my
Yeah.
in a place that does bulk is my
Violently
suggestion.
sick.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
Christine.
no.
She survived though. She's a trooper.
Oh no. I love Costco. It's amazing. That's our date night. So it's a wonderland of, and then the food lasts forever.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it lasts a long time.
But-
No, okay, here we go. It's the
Yeah.
Costco co-founder told CEO he'd kill him if the price of hot dogs combo went up. That's even cooler than saying you'd rather die.
You know what's
saying
funny
that
too?
I'm gonna kill you.
I bet the judge would be
Comrade,
like,
yeah,
the judge would be
absolutely.
like, actually, I'm on the
Absolutely,
favor
Sierra.
of the murderer because yeah,
yeah,
you
the
should-
judge
you
would be
sh-
like, "What kind of sick fuck
yeah,
marks up Costco?" I'm sorry though. Like co-founder, CEO, anyone after Ben and Jerry's did not pull their shit out of Israel. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
no, I'm out. I'm out on if you own something, on a very large scale.
yeah.
I can't support you anymore. But
tough.
I do support that individual statement.
Yes, that's a great
Good for him. Yeah.
Great statement.
Moving on to 68, I believe. I'm gonna do wearing Crocs in public. This might get an eye roll for some of the people on this podcast, but Crocs, obviously, some people think they're hideous, objectively so, but the comfort level is out of control, and there's something to the society of Croc wearers, where if you wear Crocs out in public, someone else who also owns Crocs, they might not be wearing Crocs, will objectively compliment you because they're like, look at you being courageous wearing these things out in public. So I'll wear my Crocs out in public, and people who I don't expect to be Croc supporters will be like, hey, great Crocs. Oh, love your gibbets. You know, they'll say like, love your gibbets. Where'd you get those?
Yeah.
They're like the little
Those
like
are the little
things you can put on top of the
The
Crocs.
icons.
Yeah.
The bracelet charms that you put on them.
Yeah, they're called gibbets. Okay. And you can
That's worse
personalize
than
them.
the dongle. Gibbet.
Yeah.
Sounds
That's-
like fucking the part of a chicken neck that people don't like to eat.
But yeah, wearing Crocs in public, it's like, you know, I have to really take a stand for myself. Christine will make sure she walks a couple yards ahead of me while I'm wearing Crocs.
Fred's got to stay in the house. Got to stay in the house. He loves them though.
Something, you know, like, you know, you're almost like breaking a law if you're wearing Crocs in public. It's rebellious.
I'm telling you, you should, if you're looking for comfort. I don't think we were sponsored by them, but it was just Kismet. UFOs.
Yeah, UFOs.
Aunt Kathy turned me on to UFOs like
What are
years
they?
ago.
I'm gonna look them up.
Very cushiony, like sandal wear.
UFOs.
I wear,
Yeah.
but those are also my
They've got
like
clogs
house
now,
shoes,
too.
but they
Yeah, those are the
are
house shoes.
really, really comfortable.
These look like wannabe Easy Slides, but they
Okay,
look,
again, we might still be sponsored by them, Sean.
they look comfortable. I would never wear the thong ones. Those look, but they look comfortable. If you're still sponsored, they
Yes.
look comfortable, very comfortable. Look like they get the job done.
They're like walking on clouds. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Is that a line they told you to say?
No, not at all. Those real life advertisement.
All right, 67. This is, you know, I know this is still a basketball podcast, so I figure I'd sneak a little basketball in there. The Rockets
Brave.
rookies. I just really like.
Made your list of top 100 things of all time.
Oh, this is all time. I thought this was like
Yes.
a seasonal thing. Okay, I'll take them off. I will not add them there.
It could be whatever you want. It could be
Okay,
whatever
I
you
will
want.
replace them with the Dumpling Tower that went viral the other day. Did you guys see that?
No, I didn't see it.
No.
I think this is in Japan. There is a dumpling tower it's a Coke. So it's like a Coke, like plastic cup, like soda cup. But then on top of it, there's a cone where it's just covered in dumplings. So it's like you could walk around while eating dumplings and drinking your favorite soda. It was a novel.
What's the soy situation?
I think it's also there. Let me see. Dumpling
Okay.
Tower. Let me see if I can drop this.
Is
in
there like if there's nothing to dip it in, that makes it a little bit just.
It's a
for
different
show.
experience.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
little bit.
Where the hell
The
is this thing?
practicality is lost
I just got this sent.
a little
I
bit.
guess
It's like
if you're
an
walking
LA
around-
restaurant that's in Hollywood. It's like, wow, this food's beautiful. This place is beautiful. There's grass all over this wall, but at the same time, like the food actually doesn't taste the way I
here
want
it
it
is.
to.
Here it is.
Is
Yeah.
it
And
spectacle
parking
or is it delicious?
Mhm.
You know, we'll see
I
if
went
this
to-
stays on my all-time list. But as of now, I looked at it. I was like, I want it.
Okay, let me see.
Hey,
It's like I want this now.
opening it up. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Wow,
I was not
okay.
imagining that. Yeah.
Pretty
that's
sick,
good.
huh?
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that is
Those
pretty
look
cool.
crispy.
So it's like a bowl, a bowl of dumplings.
Yes.
And then there's a straw that goes through it, so
But
you can
portable. So
drink.
it's road dumplings. You get dumplings on the
On the
road. You
road.
could travel with dumplings. It's really just quality stuff. I think this is the last one for me. 67 or 66.
66. You're on 66.
This is 66. I'm going to go with Rolling Your Eyes. Something that I think really sends a real clear message. The impact can be felt on multiple levels. It could be a sarcastic eye roll, or it could be
Mhm.
like, what you said was really annoying. I'm going to roll my eyes, and that's all I need to say. A lot of power within an eye roll. And when it really hits, it hits.
A pulled
Yeah.
off eye roll is great.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
great. Did your parents ever tell you like your eyes are gonna get stuck like that? Because I was
Yes.
that kid who was just like rolling my eyes so much. Your eyes are gonna get stuck like that. if
You
keep doing
were,
it."
Jordan?
Shocked by that, Jordan.
I
don't
really
believe that at all.
I was a bratty. Teenage years, they were tough, man. So I was kind of lashed out with my eye rolls.
Wow.
It's all right.
I mean, I
I've
lashed
changed.
out by getting a fake ID, but
I know, I didn't do any
guess
of that.
does fit, yeah.
Take your eye rolls. I didn't ever go to a party, not once. So balance, I guess. I don't know.
Eye rolls
my
is a really
finest
good
hour.
one.
That's a great one.
Yeah, there's
Great-
something
great
something
roundup.
so
That gives me an
powerful
idea
it.
for the next section where we're filling in for Harry,
Okay,
which
let's
is
do it.
now. So 85 is from Harry is
75.
no, sorry, 65.
Oh, 65. Yeah.
65.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ. If you're still listening right now,
Shout
More
out
power
to
to
you.
you.
shout out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really thank you.
We
for that.
accidentally did
Good
200
list.
things.
We might have to start.
Yeah,
ripping
we
them
miscounted.
Okay, so Harry's 65th is when your favorite podcast has a new episode out and you're about to be on a commute of some kind.
Okay.
off.
Yeah.
Amazing. Producer,
Pretty good.
full and full.
Yeah.
I gotta say, as someone who has a podcast, I'm not crazy about podcasts. So I don't know if I fully relate to this one. I listen to like 2 podcasts.
I would just say starting a podcast on a road trip or like
Yeah.
one of like a true crime, something that you're like, man, I've been wanting to start this, and now you're going for a long drive. I could relate to that one.
It's
Yeah,
more the
okay.
feeling of like I now have the time for this thing. Like I have
Yeah.
a clear runway of time for this thing that I want to consume,
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
which is the meta version of it.
His 64th, which I think is probably a little bit too high up, is The Sopranos.
Wow.
Me and Harry are both doing rewatches, but I started at the beginning. He started at season 4. I will take this off my list, but on my list I had how Ralphie says whore. He says hooer.
Hua.
It was just a hooer, and I just really like when he says that. Okay, so that's Sopranos. I think that's great. That makes sense. I put a show on mine, but it's not even like my favorite show. It's just like a great. It's
I have a
great.
show on mine.
Yeah, okay,
You
good.
already know. You
I have some
Um,
too.
I do, Jordan, and it rhymes with buried at burst.
No.
Light. Oh,
no,
really?
that did not make the list. You know I love a show more than that. There's a show that's my all-time, but we'll get to it. Don't worry.
Okay. So we need to fill in 63, 62, 61. I think 63. Let's go off Sean's momentum. A well-executed wink. You feel cool.
Ooh.
You can feel sexy. You can feel like you're being playful, depending on the recipient. You know, maybe sometimes it's just I've gotten a wink just in public of like someone saying something that me and the stranger don't agree with, and the stranger will wink, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that we were friends, you know, and
Wow.
you feel connection. Yeah, so I think a well executed wink, either receiving or giving, is a top thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. I'll do if
can't
I'm
do
at
a
like a
wink.
party with Christine and she's on the other side of the room, we make eye contact. I'll do like a.
That's cute.
I'm not a like sly, sensual winker. So I overly go.
Mine is a my face just crumbles. Like I can only do one side. It's not a good look for me. But if I'm getting a free wink,
Yeah.
ironically or a joking way, yeah, we are best
Good.
friends.
Yeah.
And I didn't know.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that.
All
one.
right. So we need 2 more here. Jordan, I know you had a excess list.
I do have a list. Let's see. I'm gonna go with leftover birthday cake here.
Mhm.
And
Nice.
it's in the, you can't eat it all on the actual birthday, but then you open the fridge and you're like, wow, we still have cake left over. And then you just eat it like straight inside the
Yes,
fridge, just
yes.
with the fork. So good.
Yeah.
I
So,
can
so
see the
good.
visuals now of like there's already a fork in there
Mm-hmm.
that just happened to be there, and you're like, it's so easy. Why not?
yes.
great.
Yes.
Yeah. And then he had 61. Just kind of playing off that, I'm gonna go ahead and say freezers.
Wow.
I think freezers,
Yes.
Great
'cause they're,
invention.
they really
great.
extend the life of a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Definitely going
here's-
hand in hand with the Costco. Like,
Yeah.
gotta
Freeze
get
a
all
lot of
that
stuff.
and freeze it. Yes.
Here's the one issue with freezers is they
Okay.
kind of turn into like a pit where like I'll throw chicken, fish, or whatever thing I need to freeze, and it's there for the next year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
but
the
you're
one
only
thing.
supposed to have it like a couple months.
I
in the
know,
freezer.
I know.
Like you think it's forever, and then one time I saw, it was probably
It was like
TikTok
2 months.
that was like,
yeah.
don't keep that stuff forever. Your chickens like freeze life is 2 months.
A lot shorter than what
Yes.
you think.
Yeah, pretty scary.
And
I
here's
think
the other
my-
issue on top of that is like, then it's like you have this frozen thing of meat and you want to throw it out. But if your trash isn't ready to be thrown out, you don't want to put it in there because it's going to thaw and get stinky. So then it's
Yeah.
stuck. It's another cycle of it being stuck there because anytime you're ready to throw out the trash, you completely forget you have all this shit in the freezer. This is clearly an issue I'm dealing with on a personal level. I'm venting about
No,
it.
it's very relatable. Very relatable. Oh, okay, that's a good one.
What are we on? Are we on 60?
I think so. That was either 62 or 61.
That was 60. That was 61. So now it's you.
60.
60 to 56.
Here we go,
Okay.
Haley.
Okay, so number 60, I have when a child mispronounces something. I just think
So
it's
cute.
so cute. Like my little cousins, instead of saying Chick-fil-A, they'll call it Chick-fil-A, which
Nice.
is hilarious. Yeah.
So cute.
One time they were saying something was on Disney Plus, but he said Disney, which is just, again, very funny.
So cute.
It's good. Yeah, it's very cute. 59, I've got trees. Just in general, but I'd go ahead and say Weeping Willow and Birch trees are probably my faves. Weeping Willow, self-explanatory, very pretty.
Yeah, number
Birch
one.
trees shed their own bark. I mean, that's just
Wow.
incredible. I remember telling Sean years ago at a bar that if we planted 1 trillion trees, then a significant amount of global warming at the time, climate change at the time would be eliminated by the trees, because I just read it in an article and he laughed at me. So I just wanted to know.
I laughed at you?
to know. Yes, you laughed.
No.
I remember. Trust me.
Really?
Yeah, it hurt my feelings.
I think maybe I laughed because I was like, well, where are we going to plant 1 trillion trees?
The article talks
logistics.
about that.
Also,
I showed you pictures.
do we have 1 trillion trees like in the
No, I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, look, am I a simple woman? Yes. Could I figure out how to get 1 trillion trees?
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
Give
put
me
it
some
past
money. Yeah, exactly.
I think I laughed because of the randomness of you just at a bar hitting me up random being like, hey, did you
It's
know?
like it could be the scene.
Yeah.
I don't know. I went through that stage where every time we were out, I would just talk about something like climate change. So anyway, okay. Number 58 is the moment in You've Got Mail when Meg Ryan tells Frank, who's the guy she's been with for years. So basically they're at a restaurant and he's like, I actually think we should break up. And she was like, oh my God, I think we should break up. So it was an amicable breakup. And he says, like, she says, is there someone else? And he says, yes, I really like this broadcaster. He was on an interview. And then he said, what about you? Is there someone else? And she says, no, but there's the dream of someone else. And that
Wow.
is an
That hits.
iconic moment.
What a
Yeah.
line.
Every time that I'm in a relationship that's starting to be in the pits, I'm like, there's the dream of someone else. So
Wow.
Wow.
yes, really great
line.
movie. Great moment.
I gotta rewatch that.
Oh yeah. It's incredible.
On top of that, having someone break up with someone who you don't approve of or don't like is always a win for society. You know, it's always like, finally, like,
Oh, we should have put in here. Okay, if Harry has more blanks, we should put in the, like, when your friend breaks up with a significant other you did not like
yes.
for anything.
Huge.
Yes. Huge
Yeah.
That's
win for
like
the team.
You see
I'm
rainbows,
putting it
the
on
sky opening up because you're like, thank God, like, finally.
Yeah, exactly.
It's tough because there's only so much you can say as a friend. There's
it
just only
depends on
so
the
much,
situation.
you know, like,
yeah.
a tough
It
line to
depends on the
walk.
situation. Because if you ask, I'm going to tell you,
Yes.
you know, but
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm going to be honest. Okay.
But a lot of times people don't want to know.
A lot of times they're not asking because they know. Yeah. 57, I've got Kleenex.
Wow.
We'd still be using handkerchiefs.
Chiefs.
Handkerchiefs.
I love how yours are inventions. Like I haven't even
Handkerchiefs?
thought
It's
about
spelled
this.
handkerchiefs, but it's pronounced handkerchiefs.
I've always pronounced it handkerchiefs.
It's handkerchief, right? Yeah, okay.
It could be handkerchiefs.
Well, we'd still be using them if Kleenex didn't exist. Also, Kleenex are biodegradable. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, we use a lot of them. It's not It is sustainable. Yeah. If that's not correct, just please don't tell me. 'Cause I can't
Drop
go
the
back
bag,
to Kleenex.
Kleenex.
Yeah. Big fan of Kleenex over here. Number 56 is the 1999 U.S. Women's National Team World Cup team.
Iconic.
Beat China on PKs. Yeah, the Brandy moment. Mia Hamm was there. Julie Foudy was amazing. I almost just put Mia Hamm, but then I was like conflicted with the list of things. Changed women's soccer. I was too young to understand what I was watching with my mom.
Like the weight of it, right?
Understand the impact. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
It extended,
and I couldn't put 2003 because they didn't win, so.
It extended so far where it's like me as a boy growing up doing that celebration, like it broke whatever, you know, sexist barrier or everything. It was just like, this is fucking cool and iconic, and it doesn't matter who you are, what you are, you will do the celebration or, you know, like respect that game. It's just kind of like groundbreaking.
Want to know a fun fact and kind of a flex? I have Brandy Chastain's phone number.
Wow.
I worked with her on a project, but I was like, iconic. Like this, everyone knows that moment. Even if you know nothing about sports, you know that moment. And she's nice. Happy to report. She's so nice.
I sat next to Mia Hamm at an LAFC game because she's married to Nomar Garciaparra, right?
Is this one that I didn't go to?
Yes. I'm pretty sure. It was a playoff game. And so we were in really nice seats, and next to me was Mia Hamm and Nomar Garciaparra. And I was literally next to me is Mia Hamm. And I was like, I know who she is. I'm not going to say a word. But then at halftime, like, her husband left with the kids, and it was just me and her. And I was like, I have to say something. So all I said, because I know she's like a part owner of LAFC. And I think I just said, like, because they were down in the playoffs, I was like, anything they could do to, you know, come back. Like, I was like, you're an expert, you would know. And she's like, it's not looking good. And I could tell she was like really pissed. And I was like, well, thank you for your time. You know, I'm gonna just let you live.
That was a very broad.
Way to one up
question. Yeah.
I know.
That was good though.
I don't have anyone's
Haley,
number. I have Rose Lavelle's mom.
That's big.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. One time, me and her went to Panera Bread.
I love Panera Bread. That should have been on my list.
Oh yeah, there's still time. We're only halfway.
You picked two should have been on my list.
Yeah. Their bread bowls.
Fire.
Yeah. They hurt my teeth though.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Chris Long, Greenlight Pod. Check us out. We do mostly football, but we talk to anybody interesting. We talk about anything interesting.